Hello everybody, this is Nanduram and we are from Sonu Academy. Today we are going to explain about human digestive system, the structure and functions of enzymes which are present in small intestine. Children, in previous classes you have already learned about the food process which are changes in mouth, esophagus, stomach, pancreas, gallbladder, etc. Now the food is entered into the small intestine. Let us see the changes which has happened in the small intestine. The small intestine is a tube of 6 meters length and 3 centimeters of width. The anterior part is called duodenum and the middle part is called jejunum and the posterior part is called ileum. The ileum joins large intestines. The middle part of intestine is coiled. The cells present in the intestinal walls secrete mucus and enzymes in the form of intestinal juice. There are enterokinase, peptide, lipase, sucrase, nucleotides, nucleosides are some of the enzymes which are present in the intestinal juice. Here the food is partially digested and enter the intestines mixes with the intestinal juice. The enzymes which are present in the intestine completely digest the partially digested food. Let us see the following digestive processes are taken in the intestine. The peptidase converts peptides into partially digested products of proteins into amino acids, and the intestinal lipase completely digests the fat. The enzymes such as sucrose, maltose, lactose, hydrolyze and respectively converting them into glucose. The other sugars are also produced in this process. Next, the nucleotide and nucleosides completed the digestion of nucleic acids. The end product of digestion are absorbed in the intestines. Let us see how the absorption is done in the intestine. The absorption means the transport of products of digestion from the intestine into blood means through the walls of intestine is called absorption. Internally, intestinal wall has a number of finger-like process called villi. This villi increases the surface area of absorption. The blood vessels and lymph vessels are present in the form of a network in the villi. Their products of digestive systems are absorbed first into the villi and from there into the blood vessels and lymph vessels. After this, the food enters into the large intestine. Large intestine and it is greater than the diameter of small intestine. The large intestine is present between the small intestine and rectum. The wall of a colon is made up of involuntary muscles. The movement of these muscles pushes the food into large intestine. The water and mineral salts and present in the chyme are absorbed in this large intestine and soft solid facies is formed. This facies consist of undigested food material and dead bacteria, bile salts and bile pigments. By this peristaltic means wave-like movements of large intestine facies is pushed towards the rectum. It is expelled out throughout the anus. This happens when the sphincter muscles that guard anus expanded. This activity is called defecation. Appendix. At the place where the ileum meets a large intestine, there is a finger-like structure called appendix. In human beings, appendix has no specific function, so it is very much reduced and called as vestiginal organ. Points to be remembered in this lesson are: the intestinal gland secretes the intestinal juice such as enterokinase, peptidase, lipase, sucrose, nucleotides, nucleosides are some of the enzymes which are present in the intestinal juice. The enzymes of intestinal juice completely hydrolyze the food material in the diet. The digested food is absorbed into the blood through the wall of intestine. The villi are finger-like projections present on the walls of small intestine. The villis increase the absorption surface of small intestine. The water and mineral salts are absorbed in the small intestine. The facial matter containing undigested food material such as bile pigments and dead bacteria is formed in the large intestine and it is pushed into the rectum. At the last, the appendix, it is a finger-like structure and it is present at the place where the ileum meets the large intestine. Thank you. This is Nanduram and we are from Sonu Academy.